All right, so over the next couple of months, you're going to see a lot of states mobilizing. And you're already starting to see this. You have Texas with their National Guard. They're taking over this park at the border. Enough is enough, and they are fed up with all of this migrant crisis issues that are flooding their state. They're busing people out to other places. And then you have the White House and the Biden administration, many other people calling them out. They're trying to take and seize control. But I've said before that that God's going to show truly the colors of whoever it is that have planted seeds for so long, and they're going to get what's coming. And to those that stand up, leaders, governors, people in positions of elected power, the military, whoever it is, they're going to have a choice, and this choice needs to be made very soon. And on the opposite spectrum, you're seeing people like Colorado, Maine, many other people trying to take Trump off the ballot. The Supreme Court of Maine just recently issued Trump back onto the ballot, thanks to the state Superior Court, and just many other little battles here and there. Iowa caucus overwhelmingly voting for Trump in the Republican Party for just this first step right into the 2024 quote unquote election, among other things. And you're seeing other clues that are being shown with regards to the military, the seizing of this whole this court stuff, and you have just suspicious acts like the C-19, the planes, military planes accompanying Trump and his plane, and why that would be for a person who's not quote unquote president, many other things. The point is that the states are mobilizing, and you're seeing people slowly come to grips with what would be martial law, what would be the federalization of some troops, and you have many other things, and a lot of things that shouldn't be slipped up, like the two Navy SEALs that were lost at sea in the Somalian coast. All of these other things that maybe wasn't supposed to happen, but they are happening, and people are fessing up to the activity of the military. And so all of this is happening because the bigger picture of God has given us a choice. We as a people, we in our elected local bodies, we step up. And to those that have had power, you've been stewarded something, you have the power, the responsibility to act. And these people are given the choice and they are acting. Other people, they're showing their true colors. And so what we are going to see is more and more of this localized fights, if you want to call it a civil war. You even have the foreshadowing of this movie, Civil War, trying to pit states against each other, and just all of this fictitious stuff, which they want to project from a demonic perspective so that people can manifest that because they want to fight with each other. They want a color revolution. They want this destruction from within. And so don't play into this. Don't play into the fact that you need to hate. You need to have a spirit of disdain. You need to have this sort of mentality that you have to tear other people down. Yes, you want to call out sin. Yes, you want to distinguish right from wrong, but you do it with love, with grace, in mercy, and you have to stand for it. But you don't want to be lackadaisical. You don't want to be complicit even into all of that's what's going on. And so people are waking up. I've said before, when you wake up, you won't go back to sleep. When you wake up and you see this stuff, it's going to gnaw at you. You're going to be moved by the Holy Spirit, and then you're going to be sanctified such that your character is more like Christ. But to each their own, your role in this time you have been called for such a time as this. You're going to have to step up to the responsibility that God has given you. If you're watching this channel, if you're a believer, if you're a follower of Christ, then you are innately given the stewardship, the responsibility to step up into your calling. And so do not play into the devil's tactics, but also be alert, be awake, stay prayed up, and expect a lot more of this sort of internal ruffling of feathers and internal power plays, and more of these states coming out and exercising their right? Exercising their powers. And again, I'm not a constitutional lawyer or attorney. I don't know all the legal stuff. But as we're seeing this play out, do not be surprised, because some of this stuff has to happen in order for good to overwhelm and to take over. Again, you're not forcing or stuffing it down anyone's throat, but in order to have good triumph, you have to have what would be, if you want to recall the Old Testament and how God had to use some sort of military power from the Israelites to take over and make sure that sin was wiped out, some of this stuff. And again, this is not a call to violence or anything like that. I'm saying that whether it's legislation, whether it's justice, the law, tribunals, whatever it is, this has to play out. Do not be surprised. You will see more things coming. It's beginning. It's going to continue building until the end of this year with quote unquote the elections and what is being played out theatrically, among many other things. So be encouraged. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.